Morning everyone, welcome to another episode of Bass Union. We're out here on a lake I've never been to before. I would have never even thought of coming to, but where are we at? Fishing with my buddy Stan Lafever.
Yep, how's it going everybody? We're at Lake Hogan. New Hogan Lake. We're gonna go try to catch a big fish and maybe a striper.
Striper?
Maybe a striper.
We got stripers in here.
They got big stripers.
Stan invited me out last week, but you know, with the fires and the smoke, I was not feeling it. I totally all messed up, but I'm glad I could come out today. We're gonna have a good old time, get some fishing in and catch some fish, get a little backstory on Stan, tell him a little bit about his fishing experiences and just, you know, get to know him a little better.
Cool deal. We're gonna have fun. Lode lakes, the wind blows out east for the first 2 hours.
Oh, does it?
You know, it comes off the mountains and blows a downdraft.
Blows down.
As soon as that stops, you'll know which way the wind's going to go for the rest of the day.
You got a 13 out of here before?
I got a 13 out of, I got a 12. Matter of fact, you did a story about it. I got a 12 and had like a dot on its tail, right? And got the 13 on the island a year later, almost to the day. In October. And, it had the same dot on its tail.
So it was a 12 the year before, then a 13 the next year?
And then they were all after me, you know, that week, dude, gotta go to Hogan, you know.
Be a 14 this year.
You catch it again, I'll get you on the cover of Bass Net.
So when you hooked that fish, how did that one fight? I mean, did it?
So the first time I caught it on a rattle trap in about 2 feet of water.
Oh crap!
So it was a freaking battle. Dude, he come up, did a somersault, and I had my son with me, and he did, dude. That's a freaking giant. And the second time I caught it on a jig in like 35 feet.
Oh man! Completely different zones.
And I was thinking, you know, 6-7 pounder. It was fighting, but it wasn't like, you know, like really. And then I seen it, and I was like, damn. I've caught quite a few 10s. I've weighed in 5 fish over 10 in tournaments.
Damn. Big fishing machine, brother. And Orville's been putting them out this year.
Yeah, I see that.
A lot of big largemouth have been getting caught. You know, I had a few guide trips, and oh man, I hooked into on one fish. I hooked on with an underspin. It was probably maybe a 7+. Came straight up, jumped, spit me. It's like, oh no. And then literally the next trip out, same type of thing happened. I hooked him with a jig, came straight up, spit me. Same size fish, bigger. And I was like, are you kidding me? At this point, a 4.5 is my biggest on Orville. Yeah. And then I had another trip. We were fishing a completely different area. Fish hit it, set, missed it, came back, thunk, set the hook. Fish came straight up, and this time I ducked the rod down. She stayed pinned, and the fish come around the boat. I'm like, oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. Net's in the locker, of course. You know, it's first thing in the morning. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna boat flip this fish. So I boat flipped a 6.5 on Orville. And that was, I mean, that set the tone for the rest of the day. We were just like, this is, you know, if you listen to kind of what I'm telling you, this is what you could do with this jig, man. Just, and it's Oroville. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, you're not normally catching that caliber of fish, and it's like when it happens, you're like, oh my God. I got into fishing kind of about 20, 21 after I got married.
Dude, that's the same thing as me, dude. Yeah. Same thing.
And I went fishing maybe once or twice before that when I was real little, and I just kind of got introduced to it. I never even caught a fish, so I think that always kind of stuck with me. Like, man, I went out and never caught a fish. And then when I got married, I was like, man, I gotta come up with some hobbies. I gotta keep me out of trouble, you know? And I'm like, you know what? I always wanted to get into fishing or, you know, look into that. And I just started watching some YouTube videos, and I started talking to people. And it turns out some of my coworkers at the time at the hospital, he would go out to Lake Oroville all the time in his little 14-foot Western, you know, aluminum boat. And he took me out for the first time, and he had his 2-pole stamp, so he's got one with a live bait and the other one with a little crankbait, just jacking them up, boom, 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 boom. And I'm over here barely could cast. I don't even know what I'm doing, and he's just smoking them. I'm like, so that right there was like, I gotta learn this. I gotta, you know, you get hooked, man. You're just, and then like for me, it's always, you know, I start the same pond hopping, and I got a little aluminum boat pond hopping in that, and then just trying to learn more and more, and just finding out about the club tournament scene, and then kind of getting into that, and just the whole rabbit hole, you know, you just go down that path. And now for me, I love getting out of Oroville and fishing these new lakes and just learning new things. I mean, you know, the tournament thing, do the best I possibly can, and, you know, make as big of a name as I can for myself with that. But, you know, I'm finding that it's not all about the tournaments, man. You know, it's more about meeting people and, you know, just the experience. Well, it's a little slow this morning. Seen a few stripers boiling, but no bass in the boat yet. Making a little change. Yeah, if we don't get bit here soon, where are we going?
Camanche.
So what you doing now?
I'm just gonna try to save a little bit of a face and drop shot a fish and before we leave, so we can, you know, at least catch one. How about a battle box, dude? Do you have a battle box? What? Dude.
I've never seen one in person.
So everything's like super waterproof.
Oh shoot!
You know what I mean? And it has like say Ned's. This in there keeps it from. This keeps your stuff from rattling around.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? That's a pretty cool deal, but it just kept me way more organized.
For your little terminal tackle pieces and stuff.
You know what I mean? I can come in here and get all my drop shot weights, whatever I need is simple. And it's not like going into all these boxes and they're loose, getting rusty. This thing doesn't rust. It's all sealed real good. Just a really cool box. I like it.
Yeah, that looks like you run it over with a truck, man. That thing ain't gonna.
and like I said, I like, you know, it's got a gasket in it, so you don't get no moisture in none of your stuff ever. And plus, you know, with it being sealed in these little compartments, it's cool. I dig it.
And I'm gonna have to get me one of those.
Yeah. You'll see the water moving, see it? Done, just like that.
Wow. Yeah, we're about to head back to the ramp. We're gonna go to Camanche now, and on the way we were just seeing all these stripers boiling. But just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Done. This lake's pretty interesting though, man. I love to get out here, spend a little more time when they're really chewing, but you know.
Yeah.
I've never been to Camanche myself, so I can't wait to get out there as well.
We're gonna catch a few there. I hope. Yeah.
It's cool. Off to Camanche. That was cool. Did you catch that guy's name? Didn't catch his name, but yeah, we met a subscriber out here on Hogan, And I just want to give you a shout out, buddy. Give him a few jigs, try out. Hope you like them. Catch some hogs. But yeah, heading to Camanche now, and I can't wait, man. That's, like I said, you know, this is my first time at Hogan, so pop that cherry. We're going to Camanche. And so, Stan, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. I know you're driving right here. Don't want to distract you too much, but you know, how long you been doing the, you know, the fishing thing, man?
I fished my first tournament at Camanche in 85, 86. Been hooked ever since. So, yep, started in a 16-foot Starcraft aluminum boat with an 18 horse. And here we are now.
And you're rocking a, what, a nitro?
Yeah, Z20, 2020 Z20 nitro.
That thing is
Love
pretty.
it.
You know, it's amazing the amount of deck space on that thing, like compared to my Triton. Oh my God.
Yeah, you got a lot of room. Yeah. The nitros have really come a long ways in the last, since 2016. They changed everything. I really like them.
So, what tournament circuits have you been fishing this year?
Wild West Pro-Ams and a few team tournaments here and there. You know, I'm at the point in my life where I'm just traveling, having fun. My wife travels with me, and having a good time.
That's what it's all about, man. You gotta have some fun, and you know, it's pretty cool to do these tournaments. You get out and meet people, and you know, that's where I met you, Stan. We're out. We were on me and Bo were practicing on Clear Lake for, what was it? It was Wild West. Yeah. It was TOC or something last year, and you know, just kicked it off there. And
pizza parlor.
Yeah, we were at that pizza joint, and just, you know, it was pretty cool, man. So hopefully we can catch some hogs over at Camanche.
Yep, here we go.
Let's make this one. Let's make this one.
It's hooked up.
Hooked up. See what we got here. Oh yeah, nice.
Oh yeah. Ooh, spotopotamus.
On the old spoon. Gotta break out a spoon for some action, Joe.
Oh yeah, that's a healthy one. You were just telling me how you working that thing too.
Just an old cast master. Been around since the 20s. Nice spot.
Heck yeah, dude. Nice. About 2 1/4, 2 1/2 or so.
Probably.
That's a nice one. Let's get a picture for you too.
You want to put it in the live book? Catch a few?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do it. You like?
Cool. Let me.
Hell yeah. Just like that. Pulling out the spoon. So that one hit it as you were working back like you were talking?
Yeah. Well, actually, I just threw it out there and on that break I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Look right here on the bottom.
Oh yeah. Smack right there. So how you working this bad boy? Just dropping it?
Yep. So the whole system's, you know, it's a composite rod, has a lot of flex, a lot of parabolic flex, gamma braid to 12-pound gamma edge fluorocarbon, and just when you pop it, you got to let it fall free. Don't try to follow it down. That's the biggest advice I could tell you.
So you think the line makes a big difference with the spoon?
Yep. The line, the rod. You want a parabolic rod. You don't want a real stiff rod because you rip it out of their mouth. It's like a reaction bite.
Mm.
So it's, you know, treble hook bait. So
mm-hmm.
you want a good, whatever you throw crankbaits with, that kind of rod.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's sad. That sucks.
Yeah, it really is. Real small. Small spot. These are the ones that get you right here.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, that's tiny.
That's tiny. There's a big shad in here too.
How small that is.
Hold on. 10-pounder Facebook, right?
$2.12 right now. Probably fished till about $2.30, and it's been a tough bite, huh?
Real tough. Real tough.
Yeah, we got what, one fish in the boat?
One fish in the boat, one small fish, and one pretty decent fish. Two fish actually. One can't even count, but it's just tough. It's October, September transition month. Everything's suspended, and it's just tough. And I'm sure somebody's got it figured out, but we haven't got it figured out yet.
Yeah, let's see that bad boy. Camanche, Hogan, you gotta say, tough bite, tough bite. You know, a lot of suspended fish. One thing Stan kind of showed me today that kind of built my confidence up a little bit more, that makes me want to try it, is what was that? A spoon, right?
Yep.
Catch it on a spoon. Here's
the old spoon. It's been around for 100 years. Just a little Castmaster spoon. I put a little bit of a usually a swivel, but this is just a little keeper. Change the hook on it. I don't like a feather. Some guys like a feather. I like it to go freer. I'm throwing it on a Gamma torque braided line, and then a Gamma edge fluorocarbon leader, probably about 15 foot a leader. And the key to this bait is throw it on a real parabolic rod that has some good bend to it, and when you pump it, let it fall on its own. Don't follow it down. Let it fall on a slack line so it can do its work. And then most of the bites are when you go to pick it up, the fish will just be on there. And that's where the parabolic rod comes in. It just loads up on it and doesn't tear those treble hooks out, and you can get it in. So that's the tip I can give you right now. It's pretty tough. So we tried a bunch of different things today, and it's just tough. So this was the only thing that we got to work for us today.
You kind of made those fish react with that, huh? We were seeing some fish suspended near the bottom, and he's just working it back, and just all of a sudden, loaded up into it. So, it's our little tips for advice for everybody coming out here and fishing. Just be prepared for a tough bite, and grind it out. But they're out here. Yep. Oh, you want to pull that fish out? We'll show the camera. Sure. Yeah, let's pull that fish out one more time. Let it go. Pull a butterball.
Just a nice spot. And if you come up with 5 of these this weekend in the tournament, you're going to be doing pretty good. So just keep an open mind, keep fishing, and don't give up.
Yeah, man, that's a good one.
Yep. Had a great time fishing with Joe today, and so I'm going to bring him back here when it's better, because he hasn't seen Camanche when it's good yet. So
heck yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah,
had a great time.
Real quick, guys, just want to also welcome Stan to the team. He's part of the Bass Union crew now.
Yeah.
And it's just look forward to future collaborations, and everybody out here that fish Camanche, Maloney's, all these mother lode lakes. You see Stan out there, give him a shout out, welcome him to the team, and it's good to have you, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. So, appreciate it. Had a great time.
Heck yeah. And once Orville opens up too, man, come on out.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
As well, we'll get you out there and catch us some spots out there as well. And hope you guys liked today's video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.